Something I wanted to talk about for the Fantastic Four First Steps, and spoiler alert for the movie. If you haven't seen it, I would click off now, but we're just going to get into it. I wanted to talk about the Thing story. First, I feel like this, but also I've seen a lot of people talk about this where it seems like maybe the Thing scenes were cut, and there was a certain aspect that I really wanted to see maybe fleshed out more with the Thing. Especially with his love interest, there's only a couple scenes teasing the love interest, but nothing really happens. And then at the end, he comes before the big battle. He's like, she's like, "Are you here for like salvation or something?" He's like, "No, no, no, I'm here to see you." And it feels like almost there was maybe some more dialogue throughout the movie, maybe one or two more scenes where they'd cross paths. There's a little bit of that love tension going on. There's a little bit of that. Maybe even something, maybe they even go out or something like that. And, the Thing can't accept to see her because of how he looks. I believe something maybe was cut out there. And I'm not trying to complain, but of course it's going to come out as me complaining. I just wish we saw more of the Thing because I really liked how the Thing looked. One more thing I wanted to see with the Thing is his kind of depression. I know this is so sinister to say, everyone's like, you want to see him depressed? Almost yes. I really feel like there was not too many scenes they flesh out how much the Thing is upset with how he looks. And I feel like that's a big part of the character. He was a human and he becomes this giant rock and people are scared of him. People don't look at him the same and everything. There's a few moments like in the beginning of the movie where Reed Richards says the best co-pilot or the best pilot. And then, you see Ben and he's like the most handsome and he comes back as the Thing. That's obviously like a little, like you could pick that up really quickly, even if you don't know the Thing is upset with how he looks. Of course, by the end, you see the Thing looking at the TV when he has, you could also pick up with the trench coat and hat, everything when he goes out. But of course, you could see at the end where he's looking at the screen, he sees the old version of himself. The TV shuts off and you can see the reflection is the Thing. It's quite sad, but there really isn't much around that. Of course, you could pick that up so quickly, but I wanted to see maybe some more scenes, maybe even like some dialogue between Reed and Ben where Ben is upset with Reed because, Reed usually will promise in a lot of stories, he promises that he will do whatever it takes to his dying day to make the Thing look human again, make Ben go back to normal. And, there's a lot of times he pushes it off for bigger things. And I feel like it would have been a really interesting thing, not even showing like turmoil between the two, but maybe that's why they didn't, because they didn't want to show, they wanted to just show that it's a family, but just showing how upset the Thing is with himself. I feel like even one or two scenes could have really helped with the character motivation, the lore and background and everything. But you let me know what you think of this down below. Do you think they handled it well? Do you think it would be probably flushed out in other movies? I only say that because, Doomsday, how much screen time will everybody get? I feel like if I remember in Infinity War, the most screen time a character got was Gamora, and it was like 12 minutes. But you let me know what you think of this down below. Do you think I'm just being an ass, or do you think maybe maybe it would have not even helped the movie, not hurt the movie, but just would have added to the movie? Let me know down below.